Welcome back.
Yes.
Now, so today we will learn some photo tips from a lifestyle blogger who has made social media her source of income.
Yes, we have Jenifer Patricia with us today, also known as Jenipatty, who will tell us more about her experiences. Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Great. Thank
Looking
you for
nice
having me.
and fashionable. So anyways, this morning before I met you, I actually opened up their Instagram.
Okay.
And I noticed a lot of good pictures. And they look like, you know, high-profile photography kind of thing.
You were
No?
wondering, how did you take them pictures, right?
That is my question, because Togi knows how bad I am at taking pictures of other people and myself. So perhaps you can give us a little bit of insight, or share a little bit on how do you do that?
Sure, of course. I'd be happy to. Well, I think for a good photo, first of all, you need to know your angles, as in for your own photos, like taking selfies or taking any kind of photos.
Right. But how do you know your angle, for example? I mean, because I don't have the instinct,
Is it from trial and error? Have you been like,
Yes, you have to
looking
take-
at yourself in the
how
picture?
many times do you have to take those photos?
A million.
Really? For that one particular good
Angle.
picture, do you have to take like a lot of pictures?
Well,
The right
Yeah.
angle, basically, we mentioned, right?
Wow.
but no, I think once you know your angle, then
Okay.
it'll be much easier. You'll take photos much faster because you know your angle. Okay, this is what I should do. This pose works best for me
Right.
with this kind of lighting. This pose works best for me because it's different when it's different venue, different lighting.
Right.
You know, like so many factors actually affect a photo. But yes, I do have to take several photos in different varieties. Then I pick which one is suited to the.
But you know already, how your face should be like, which angle you should be in, which position you should be in certain areas and certain places. You know that.
Or did you learn
Or do you just,
from other pictures, for example?
Yeah, I take inspirations from other photos,
Okay.
yes, of course, because in Instagram there are so many different styles
Right.
for taking photos.
True.
So it depends on which direction that you want to go to. As in, for my style, well, I think we need to figure out our own style,
Okay.
and
And what we want,
takes
basically.
that takes some time and trial and errors with trial and error, and that's how I discovered mine.
Okay. When it comes also, cameras, there's so many of them,
Many types of cameras.
Many type of cameras. For example, smartphones these days. Is it just enough for a smartphone, or you have to have that special camera to get that right picture?
Yes, you can take photos with smartphone right now. Yeah, because
But do you need to have that app?
Yeah, well,
There's a special app for you to beautify yourself, right? And when you take it, there's a sound, it goes kring, and then you look amazing.
Yes, there are a lot of apps that actually can help you take better photos, but the camera phone itself is actually enough.
So basically it's already enough.
Yeah, but it's better if you can enhance the photos, because now everybody takes so many beautiful photos. It's time to step up the game, and then they keep on coming up with like new apps.
Yeah.
Just very interesting.
Yeah, but now there's some apps that actually are meant to beautify you, but then you
Yes.
end up looking, a lot crazier when your nose gets smaller and your face too small.
Yeah.
It's crazy. How is that though?
Yeah, because I think now we're talking specifically more to like photo editing, like as in for face, like portraits.
Yeah.
So you actually need to learn how to like edit
edit,
properly,
yeah. Right.
because it's very tricky. Because some girls actually try to let's say make their
They
face
curve,
look
yeah.
smaller, but
Yeah.
then they're not aware of the other surroundings. So when you actually make it smaller,
Right. Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
is dented.
Yes,
Everyone
that
else is
happens
like
though, right?
absorbed.
True.
But nowadays though, do you think that everyone is photo editing their pictures?
I think most of them, yes, but not necessarily like changing the shapes. It's like not necessarily like liquefying them as in
Right.
Photoshop tools, but they will most probably edit the filters, the brightness, the contrast, to sharpen the photos and things like that.
Is it important though?
Yes, I think it's very important. Because
So you
not
tell me-
all the time you get good lighting. And one more factor that is very important for me is natural lighting.
That's what I want to ask you, for example, when it comes to your concept of picture, do you prefer as a natural color, or do you edit a lot?
Filters.
I do edit them, but I I like to keep it natural as well, so it's not heavily edited.
Right.
And I prefer a cooler tone than a warmer one. So
Right.
I just need to, most of the times I edit the shadows to, get rid of unwanted shadows and brighten photos. And then one thing that is important in every photos, you need to have a focus.
All right.
Okay.
Like focus point.
Okay.
What do you want to highlight in that photos? Let's say you have a flat lay.
Right.
And then which of this product which of the items in front of you want to highlight.
Right.
And that affects the composition, it affects, you can actually detail the focus that you want to.
Okay.
And did you learn all this, or did you read about
Or you
that?
just, look
Or
at.
it just comes naturally, which I don't have, unfortunately.
I did learn it for some time because I'm quite lucky that I have several blogger friends that would like to share about all this as well.
Okay.
And I learned by doing as well because this editing kind of apps, you have to practice it.
You have to spend a lot of time of learning this kind of editing process?
Not really, actually. When you really like it, it comes naturally. It's almost impromptu, like because you know like what's a good pictures like you have in mind, like, oh, this is what my photos are gonna look like, and then you try to.
So the question is also, for example, is everyone a photogenic, or maybe sometimes
Yes.
like, hey, I don't look like this guy. I mean, is it, or everyone is meant to be photogenic? Would you agree to that?
Yes, I agree to that. I
Really?
think everyone has very unique features.
Okay.
And you have to know what's your best feature, and that's
Alright.
what you want to highlight.
Is either the eyes, the ear, the nose, whatever.
Your hair,
Right.
I don't know.
In your case, what's the?
What's your
Tricky
best
question.
I mean, we've been looking at the photos over here. It's
Yeah.
like, what do you like here, for example? When we look at these, you do selfies. What's the feature from you, for example?
Well, I like my eyes, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you do have pretty eyes.
So you show off your eyes in pictures. You strike. How do you
times.
say that? Intensify your look, your glare.
Maybe
Some hot glare. Yeah.
not really, not all the time. Actually, it depends on what kind of photos that I want to pull off.
Okay.
Because I do several different themes. Like I love taking photos of food, fashion, and travel photos or
Okay.
beauty. So I don't enhance on like my features
Just
all the
for
time.
yourself.
Yeah. So let's say for landscape photos, like I would know like it's best to use wide angle because I like to get the whole photos of the place.
And what do you think about, people these days, before they eat, they always take a picture
Yes.
of their food.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about that? I mean, is it a must thing when it comes to blogger IQ, for
Yes,
example?
especially when you blog food as well, right?
Well,
Blog
for
about
me,
food.
yes.
Important?
It becomes a culture.
Yeah.
It's such an Asian thing.
Right.
Do you do it like how we see it, especially with, the younger generations right now? They go all the way out, all the way just to take the proper composition of the picture, Whereas if we want to take a picture and send it to a friend, we just go, okay, fine. I'm done, you can see I'm having like noodles. But you, because you write a blog, right, about food, so you have to know the composition and things like that.
You
But
have
do
to
you
know
do
that.
that every time though?
I do actually, and it's quite different for everyone. Well, that's actually the thin line that differentiate a bad photos, a good photos, and a really great photo.
Right.
So you need to know the composition, the lighting, and then. And yes, it is a hassle when everybody's
That's
hungry.
what I was trying to say, I was like,
And everyone's
hey, please
hungry.
don't touch the food because I'm going to take a photo first, I was
That
like,
happens. Like, no, don't touch it, don't touch it. I'm gonna take
I'm
a
that annoying girl that do not
Okay.
touch the food until I finish taking photos.
oh,
But only
okay.
with new foods, right?
Yeah, with
Yes,
new food, yes.
right?
You're right.
Now, what about selfies, though? We move from food to selfies, right? Now, everyone is taking selfies, but sometimes when you look at Instagram, like when I take a look at Instagram, they look like they're professional pictures, people taking pictures of you have the scenery behind you. But then there's some people who are just,
Natural
80
about it.
pictures of selfies only, you know, and after a while people get bored, right? Because it's just your face, you know. But what do you think about selfies though in general?
I have nothing against selfies.
Because I do selfies. I mean, if you look at my Instagram, I have a lot of selfies. No, kidding.
But she doesn't really have a lot of
There's
selfies.
a shade of truth to it.
Not so much though.
Yeah, but it depends really. Well, for example, if you're a beauty blogger, you can try different kind of makeups.
Okay.
And you need to take selfies
True.
for that.
When it's makeups, I think, you know, there are people who are, you know, trying to show off their makeup, but then there are just some people who just enjoy taking pictures, selfies, you know.
Wait, you talking about her this picture right now? That's because you mentioned right here. I mean, are you that type of person, for example, like for you? I mean, you like taking selfies not because of you want to show off, but it's just you enjoy having this angle, or
you enjoy looking at yourself in front of the,
you
know.
Or what is it?
I am not a person who likes to take a lot of selfie actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I prefer like a portrait. Like photos when someone actually helped me take photos. As for selfies, I usually take it for beauty reasons, like makeup reasons,
All right.
like that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to go a short break.
Yes.
And coming up after the break, Jennifer will tell us more about the world of lifestyle blogger.
We'll be right back.
Careful treatment. Jadi kita baru aja beres sharing dan aku